The book that we're talking about is Georgia Flights, which I was the lead writer and the researcher and provider of most of the illustrations. The history that we have published is really kind of a sampling. We were unable in the time and the space that was available to do a thorough job of this. My pitch, as it were, to Gulfstream, who was this primary sponsor of this particular book, was that Georgia has the richest aviation history of any state. And they kind of backed away and said, gee, not really sure about that. Can you support that? And I said, well, between the balloon issue, the first black military pilot anywhere in the world is from Columbus, Georgia. During World War II, we had 22 training bases all over Georgia. The governor referenced the fact that there were cities that now had airports to put everyone within 30 minutes of availability for corporate aircraft. So we've got manufacturers, we've got air bases, we've got airlines, and just about anything in between. Hot air balloons, one of 7 manufacturers in the world, is in Georgia. So the object of the book was to find things that people would say, gee, I didn't know that, or gee, isn't that wonderful? Everybody knows about the VinFizz, first transcontinental flight from New York to California. Almost nobody knows about Robert Fowler, who flew from Los Angeles to Jacksonville, Florida, at about the same time. He finished a couple of weeks later. Came through South Georgia, and nobody here knew much about that. We now have 4 confirmed stops and working on 2 others that we're trying to document. So that's the kind of thing that we've put into this particular book. The book is not a trade book. In other words, it cannot be bought at Barnes & Noble or whatever. I jokingly say if you buy a Gulfstream jet, they'll throw in a couple of books, so that's one route. The other, which is why I'm here, is the Georgia Aviation Hall of Fame, which is down at Warner Robins, Georgia. We'll do a donation deal of $100 donation to them, and you get a copy of the book. Now, what a lot of people have done, of course, a significant part of that $100 is tax deductible, is they then turn around, they donate the book to their local library or to their school library and take that off as well. So you can probably pretty well recover your $100 and still have access to your book if you'd like to do that. But a very rich history that's, if it doesn't get into books and doesn't get into writing, doesn't get into video, it's going to get lost. I was just speaking with a WASP here and telling her that history is not facts and dates. Any idiot can dig that out. It's the stories that go away when the people go away. And so that's what we're trying to do, is capture the stories.
Aero-TV is brought to you by...
If you own a Cirrus today, or if you are considering the purchase of a new or used aircraft, consider this. Avidyne, in conjunction with the country's leading Cirrus sales and maintenance facilities, has launched the G3R9 program that combines the purchase of a late-model, low-time Cirrus aircraft and the addition of the Avidyne Integra Release 9 avionics suite for much less than you may have thought, and certainly much less than purchasing a brand new aircraft. G3R9, combining the best airframe, best engine, and best avionics for the best value.